Making this video for friends and family on my Facebook. Some people maybe not, maybe see this, but I will have spoke to them in person. As I did last night with my football team. I rather speak to people's faces, but you just don't get a chance to see people and stuff now. So, as I say, stay right to the end of the video while I address the message to my friends and my family that I do have on this, whether that be from down Dublin all the way to Canada or America, wherever you are. As I say, I had a bit of a dry run at this last night when I went and spoke to all my teammates and my football team about how strongly I feel about this. And if anybody ever wants to talk about togetherness or integration and people being accepted, you go and have a look at our football club and how we've run that football club from the day that we started it. You go and have a look at that as a blueprint on how people should be coming together. There's no segregation or no judgment and so on and so forth. I wanted to give myself a couple of days. One, till speak to the people that I could speak to, that I loved and I thought are friends. And two, so I could be more rational. After Wednesday's announcement, wasn't it, about these COVID passports? It must be about 10-0 till the tinfoil hat wears by now. In 2 years, them tinfoil hat wears seem to have been right 99% of the things that they've been saying or they've been called tinfoil hat wears. And what we've now got is a lot of people who are turning into segregators, people that are wanting to divide us, people that are happy to divide us, people that are happy to be divided. And as I said in probably the first video I ever made, we've seen enough division in this country. We know what it looks like. We can smell BS of division whenever people are trying to do it with us. What they have managed to do in this country is not Protestant and Catholic no more. It's a combination of groups and segments and sections they put us into. Protestant, Catholic, black, white, man, woman, vaxxed, unvaxxed, essential workers, unessential workers. Who gets to decide that? If you're in the unessential workers, you should have been panicking a long time ago if somebody's turning around and telling you you're not essential. Anyway, I probably went off a wee bit more anyway. And I apologise to my friends and family for what I am going to end on saying, just as I did with my football team last night. These COVID passports, they're a joke. They're a complete and utter joke. It's a farce. It's a complete and utter attack on your human rights. It's discrimination at the highest level. There's no way glossing up. But as I say, because they've managed to divide us, they've got us all fighting and calling each other names and having debates and arguments over social media and underneath posts. It's keeping us preoccupied when we're just taking the eye off the big picture. And I'm not making this video against vaccination or unvaccination. I'm making this video because we need to stand together. Doesn't matter who you are, what background you come from, what your health status is, and any other thing that they can pigeonhole any of us into. It's got absolutely nothing to do with that. If anybody still thinks this is about your health, you haven't been paying attention. This is 2 years. You got to ask yourself one question, we say without going into, because it's not a message for or to be going into and having debates that I want to do. If this is so dangerous now and the unvaccinated people are such a danger, why are all the unvaccinated not dead yet? Huh? Come on. Seriously. Let's get to the COVID passport thing. why it's so bad in segregation. And what's been really disappointing in most of that is because it is just another way for them, it's completely not about vaccination. It's about getting as many people vaccinated as possible. There's no doubt about that, no arguments. And this is just another way to make your life as uncomfortable as possible, so that you go, fed up with this, I'll just go and get vaccinated. And as I say, I'm not going to get into debate about it. I can quote you numbers and tell you stories about Gibraltar and down south and stuff like that there. It's just not rational conversation no more. If you're not doing your own sourcing and networking to get some information just to educate yourself and then make a decision, then you just haven't been paying attention. COVID passports, and then them saying that it's okay, you can get a lateral flow, or you can prove that you've had COVID. You should not have to be proving your health status to anyone, whether you're sick or not. And as I said in one of my very early videos, if this had been across the board, that everybody get tested, everybody, because it's no debate no more that everybody can get it and everybody can spread it. If that was the case to get into some premises that everybody had to get tested, then I might have complied because it was fair. It's not discrimination. That would have been fair for everyone. But it's not. It's completely not. So it's clear it's just the same to get anybody that isn't vaccinated now, which has been their plan, and they wouldn't lie about that. The fact that they're just giving you that lateral flow test, again, is something I addressed in the video. I'm actually surprised they haven't took it away yet. But they will do, there's no doubt about that. It's a big beta test. It's to see how many people aren't unvaccinated and aren't taking advantage of not being vaccinated while they can still use a lateral flow test. And again, I wish I could put them links up and show you when I address that video. That's a strain on our NHS. Our NHS was not set up to be doing private lateral flow tests for people to get into concerts or restaurants or pubs or anything else that they're going to required to get into, which is everything. It's a clever way, as I say, to get people to take their vaccine. If they're asking for a requirement to go into, say, a restaurant, does that mean the people in the restaurant now have to be vaccinated, or they have to be subject to testing regularly? Because again, they're just going to make it uncomfortable and hope that people won't get vaccinated. So does that mean, is that not discrimination? Do you have to be vaccinated before you go for a job, or you're not getting the job? That's madness to even think like that. But again, that's what they're trying to do. It's mandatory vaccines for workforces, but in a cleverer way, no doubt about that. The lateral flow test thing, if you're vaccinated, it's making you feel comfortable that somebody is going through a lateral flow test to get into a venue, you are kidding yourself. That's psychological, because 99% of people are not doing them lateral flows. And the government know that. You seriously think our government, who knows the people in this country who've cut corners and know every trick in the book till get their brew or their DLA or whatever it is, you think they don't think people in this country are going to be cheating on the lateral flows, rubbing it in a toilet bowl, sticking it in their shoe and just sending it back in and saying it's false? So if you're vaccinated and you're telling yourself and make yourself feel comfortable that I'm in here with everybody that's been tested, that's wrong, that's a lie. And you know that too, but psychologically you're doing it to make yourself feel comfortable. But as I said, the government knows that. So sooner or later they're going to take that away. It's a beta test that they've been doing. They'll now see, right, let's see, there's 10,000 people over the weekend that requested lateral flow tests to get in and out of clubs, pubs, restaurants, whatever. So they now know there's 10,000 people. If their objective is to get everyone vaccinated, why would they be giving them the option to do a lateral flow test? This is their way of working out how many people still aren't vaccinated but still want to go out and still are going to take advantage of going out till the luxuries that are their given choice, their God-given right. So anybody that thinks, oh, you can still get a lateral flow test and you can still prove whether you had COVID or not, you don't have to get vaccinated, you're missing the point. You're completely not missing the point. It's about morals, it's about principles. You should not have to be blackmailed to go and do anything that's a luxury. And if that was the case, these businesses should be allowed to let just unvaccinated people until their premises if they wish. They're responsible for their business, but again, they've been told that they're either essential or they're not essential, which is, I just can't believe that they've went along with it. Businesses have a lot to answer for here, they really do. But as I say, we can fight back. The only thing we have to do is not comply. You just boycott any business that decides that they're going to ask for any of these requirements. As I say, it isn't about, well, you can do a lateral flow test, or while you're even doing one, or they're going to take it away or not. This is about rights. This is about your freedoms. It isn't about your health. Like I say, if you seriously think this is about health at this stage of the game, you have not been paying attention. And that's the whole reason why I'm making the video to my family and friends, because I've given you long enough till waking up, get yourselves informed, and stop listening to the BS that you're getting told with your arms folded, your legs crossed off the TV. If you haven't wakened up by now, and if this isn't going to waken you up, I really don't know what it is. And I'm scared for you, because you're letting them divide us. You're letting them divide and conquer us in smaller and smaller and smaller groups. And I know you're smarter than that. The people that I'm going to be talking to and aiming this at, I have nothing but respect for a lot of these people. I have nothing but love for a lot of these people. Some I just know from my life, from growing up, school, teen years, party years, teaching your kids guitar or football and stuff like that there. But some of the people that I know and I would be close to, some of the things that I see you doing and posting, and I just scroll on past and just like, if you were to be standing side by side with me, like, would you really feel like that? You would cast me off. You would go into a restaurant and leave me standing outside. You would go into a pub and leave somebody in your family standing outside, just for the sake of getting to have something to eat or have a beer. You're going to let people segregate you and divide you and drive wedges between the people that you have respect or you love. And that's just come to a head with me. It really has come to a head. I've been more than patient and more than rational and compassionate. I like having people on my Facebook that I don't agree with, and in my life that I don't agree with, I don't expect to. I like dialogue, I like conversation. That's good for us. Nobody thinks they're right all the time. That's what life's about. You're supposed to still have dialogue, talk about things, and so. But as I say, we're 2 years down the line now, and I just can't be putting up with it no more. I can't be putting up with people complying, because we're the problem. Everybody that keeps complying and keeps going, I'll just do this, not just do that, it's not getting you nowhere. You were told that if you took a vaccine, you'd be completely alright. You were told if you took a vaccine, you wouldn't have to wear a mask no more. You get your life back. Then they blame the unvaccinated, but like I say, that's untrue, because if it was the unvaccinated was the problem, they wouldn't be alive, they'd all be dead. Be scraping them up off the floor, be bodies dropping about all over the show. It isn't about that. It isn't about that no more. It's about controlling us. They've got so much control and they will not let go. And then their way of control is, it's what they call urban warfare. They're dividing us in any way possible, and it's working. But there's a lot of people out there, a hell of a lot more people than what people let on, because the news doesn't cover protests or any other dialogue that doesn't suit the narrative. Again, if you haven't switched on to that there, that's a big problem. The video's going on way too long with that. So like I say, it's all about non-compliance for me. That's the only way we can fight back. If we don't support these businesses, then the businesses will be forced to change their rules. The businesses will be forced to go back to the government and say, listen, we're going to go bankrupt here. Or they'll get on side, because they shouldn't have to be forced to ask for people's papers. But if you are going to go ahead with it, you're going to get boycotted. It might only be 5 people, maybe 10 people, maybe 100. You mightn't feel a pinch, but you got to start standing up what's morally right here for the next generation. Anybody that was born in the late 70s, 80s, 90s, this is our time. This is our page in history here. This is our responsibility, and we're letting them down. While we were running about raving there, and it was all free, peace, love and harmony, and party stations, our kids are now being bribed for that. They're now being coerced to get them freedoms, which are their God-given right freedoms. Them luxuries are something we choose to do. They're not luxuries that people reward us for being good little citizens. I can't believe me even having to, me, like, I'm supposed to be a person with common sense out of all the people I've grew up with. And the experiences I've had in life, it's me. I'm the one that I think I'm talking sense. And I'm ready to lose friends, I'm ready to lose family over. It's heartbreaking. It's completely and utter heartbreaking. I hope I've hit whatever it was I wanted to hit and say, but I'm finishing off by talking to my family and my friends. As I said, I'll give you long enough till get informed and to not make people feel like they're outcasts because they haven't took a vaccination. And watch us comply and go and enjoy yourselves by going to concerts, football matches. Like I say, how's people not just dropping dead over? Of course, there must be 50 concerts, 10 football matches, Belfast Giants, the Opera House. These are all already doing this. So they are. Why is the bodies not mounting up then? If the disease is so much, every day you hear about cases and cases and cases. Well, the people are not dying. And the ones that are dying, as we already know, have got comorbidities. And I don't want to be saying about whether they're vaccinated or not vaccinated, because that's what's happened to us. Every time somebody dies, we're all sitting on the sidelines waiting to see if they're vaccinated or if they're not vaccinated. That's what it's turned us into. It's disgusting. We're turning into disgusting people. We're letting them do that to us. And it's driving wages right down the middle of us, where it's going to be at that point where you can go and tell a pub, but I can't. So we'll have to send a message. And that's why I'm hoping people are going to stand up to this. I'm hoping people are going to vote with their feet and stand up to this. Whether how small you think of a difference it'll make, it's still making a difference. You'll sleep better at night knowing that you didn't follow along, knowing that you didn't line up, you didn't comply. You've complied enough. You've complied more enough. You've went way beyond the levels of compliance and taking one for the team and doing what's good for your granny, your granda, or the people that you love that are vulnerable. And the NHS, you've made all your sacrifices. It's over. You have to let them know it's over. So, and I say, I'm willing to lose all my family and my friends over this. If from these restrictions come in, that you in my friend circle, or people that I love in my family, if you're going into restaurants and you're going into pubs or concerts that are requiring passports, lateral flow test, doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm not going to have that conversation with you. It's all the exact same. So it is. If you're going to be supporting them businesses, you're not no friend of mine. You're turning your back on me. You're turning your back on my kids or my friends. And leaving us out, literally leaving us out in the cold. And I don't want to do that. It breaks my heart to even say that, it really does. That's why I apologise for even saying it, I do. But that's where I am. I've had it, I really have. I look at these people and they post about mental health, our mental health agencies and stuff. Where are you? Where actually are you in calling this stuff out? Because I haven't seen people with worse mental health than they've had in these last 2 years. I see people posting about Remembrance Day and they're wearing poppies and stuff all there last week. If you believe in COVID passports and you believe in segregation of people, you're spitting on them people's graves. Them people sacrificed it for us to have our freedoms, for not to be discriminated against. This is exactly what we fought against. Our ancestors fought against. Was against this tyranny. Was against the Germans. Was against the Nazis. This is repeating itself over and over again. I said all the way around the world. So all I have left, the only tool I have left, is to not support, which I haven't been. I've been boycotting a lot of things in a lot of places, but I'm now going to be boycotting my friends and my family. If you are taking advantage, there's no dialogue, there's no conversation around it. If you're taking advantage of even cheating, even lying about your test, even running about with a fake vaccination card just to get into the business, delete me. Just take me off your friends list. See me in the street, walk on by. Don't talk to me, don't wave to me. I can't be having it no more. I really can't. It's not fair. It's not fair to watch. It's heartbreaking to watch. So it is. And I mean, listen, I can do without a concert, and I love my music and have a beer and all that there. I can do it. I'd like to do it. I would do all of it, as I said. That's my choice. It's a luxury. That's not you rewarding me. I get to choose whether I want to do that or not. And I can certainly choose not to do it. I'm not going to crumble because I'm not doing it. They've actually got us believing, oh, what am I going to do? I can't go here and I can't go there. Well, if we can't go here and we can't go there, then businesses fold. And that's what they want. They want small businesses closed. I'm not going to go into that, either, but that is exactly what they want. And I'm not going to be supporting the businesses. So if you're supporting that, come the 29th, if I see you or watch you posting and you're going to concerts and you're following them guidelines and you're complying, you're yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, delete me off your friends list. I will be deleting you, but I'll give you the grace of you doing it yourself. Say his head's away, stick 2 fingers up at me, have a laugh at this video and just delete me off your Facebook. We'll go our separate ways. If you're not going to do that, please don't comply. Please don't go to these places. Please let them know by just not going. Just let their footfall drop. Don't spend your money there. If anybody does know of any businesses that isn't going to comply, please let me know. They'll get all my support. I'll be up and I'll eat in your restaurant every day of the week. If I can't, I'll buy whatever it is you're selling. I'll support you as a local business because you need to take a stand. You do need to take a stand. You've been through enough. But I say a lot of it's been brought on yourself because you've complied by letting somebody tell you that you're essential or you're not essential. You can't feed your family. Your business needs to close. Don't worry, we'll give you a couple of quid to keep you ticking over. That's just the darkest place you could be when somebody tells you you're not essential. And I think there was already an announcement today where they said, oh, people can work from home, need to work home again, but they've still got pubs, clubs, concerts and all that other stuff open. Hey, it just doesn't, none of it makes sense to me. I'm saying, if you have not wakened up no more and you're willing to fall out with me or anybody else in your family or friend circle to go for a pint or to watch a concert, I have to pray for you, honestly. And you're better than that. A lot of you I know, you are way better than that. These are people that have inspired me. Like I said earlier, that I respect, that I have feelings for, that I look up to. So I'm calling on you. Can you stand by my side? Can you stand up for my rights? Because I'd stand up for yours and anybody else's that I know, for that matter. I wouldn't stand beside and let somebody be trampled on, somebody be left cast aside, with regards to their status of their race, their colour, their creed, and all them fancy words. There is a rally tomorrow at the City Hall, peaceful rally, 3 p.m. Don't know what to expect. I know the Christmas market was already, it's due to open tomorrow, and it was already going to be awesome for COVID passports and stuff at the weekends, just because, you know, it's a lot smarter at the weekends as COVID, so it is. It really assembles on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. But 3 o'clock at the City Hall, just come down, bring a placard, just stand about, bring a cup of tea, coffee, have a chat with someone. You know, let your presence known, just that you're not going to comply with this madness anymore. And nobody's going to be cancelling Christmas on you. You're not going to be not seeing your loved ones. Your job's not any less essential than anybody else's. And that's why I'm saying to you about mental health and stuff, because if people start losing their jobs, they're about their mental health. And I know today, today's children in need, people's lost their jobs and their livelihoods and their businesses. Does their children that count? Doesn't that? They need your charity. The only charity they need isn't your money. It's your compassion. It's your support. It's your bravery to stand up to this madness and tell these people no more. That's the end of it. So as I say, if you listened all the way to the end, thanks very much. It's coming up 24 minutes, Jesus. Duracell batteries are running out. Please just do me a favour. I'd love you to be able to stand beside me. I'd love you to be able to speak up, regardless of ridicule. It's not about our health. It is not about our health no more. It's about control. It's about segregation. Let's try and stand together. If you're not up for that, as I say, please just take me off your friends list. Don't speak to me. Just leave me be and let me go about my own wee journey. Like I say, all I can do is make this small difference by words, boycotts,